They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Got 56, Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Hey, tight. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Hey, let's get off the field. Let's get off the field, D. Shift.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Bring it.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
Let's go. Come on, run.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
On 2nd and goal, Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Cordero Patterson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
All day. 56 to Mike. 56.
Mills on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
First carry now for David Montgomery. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Kill.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Get him, boys.
Now Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Mike 56, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. Check.
To throw is Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Check.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Even. 4 down. Even.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Taken down at the 42. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
We got 4.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We got 4 down. Zoom.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Check. 4 down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
Big edge.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 times. Hey, 4 down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive. With 6 points. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Double tight! Double tight! Hey! 4 down, 4 down.
Sanders
Safe.
is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Bang, bang! Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 50.
Sanders again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. Fields now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm coming. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. 60 Bobcat. His team showed up. Mike 56, Mike.
First down, Mills.
Watch the screen.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
93's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mills. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
I smell fear in that offense.
On third down, here's Mills. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most often...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 26, check 26. Hey!
Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Check 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Check 93's the mic. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, defense.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a 1st half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Double tight.
We got 4. We got
52.
Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Handoff running left, Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Houston. Cordero Patterson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right. Watch twist. Watch twist.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
Four down.
Here's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 6. I want that. Give me that ball. Panther 11. Go.
Play fake. Mills. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Marquise Brown, 47 yards. And the Texans have widened the gap now to 50 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. 56. Here we go, G. Mike 56. Mike 56. Yo.
Dragon 60.
56.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
56 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. He's going to take another shot here. And, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want
Mills to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 39 yards. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Room here to run. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 26. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. Check 99. Check 99. Switch.
Another run with Sanders.
Check 6 guys.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He's checking.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. Get him. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Now Mills on 4th down.
Watch the run.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Texans are going to have a first.
Better bring it.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Come on, D.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Check pass, check pass.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
Here's Mills. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Single. 87's mine.
Now it's Fields.
Watch the screen.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends.
Back to throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Fields throwing again. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Check three.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Over the middle, and he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Mills. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Ready up. 6 the mic. 56 is the
Warrior 70. Here it comes. Here it comes.
56.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
4th down, Mills.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll give it to Patterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go, boys. Go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now on 2nd and 13, Fields. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Last stop.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Texans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.